Hello, fellas. It's been 12 months since I've seen you all.
How's the 12 months been for you, man?
It's been good.
You got a beard. You got a beard.
No, I'm getting a head start on Movember.
Okay.
So I'm having a race with my brother-in-law for Movember, and you're right.
I just wanted to know.
It's not that kind of a men's get-together, is it?
I just wanted to know if you show. As soon as you knock out of here at lunch, grab the food, quick, smart, and get the best seat in the pool around there because Duncan's been training. He's going to bash the brains of our world champion 400-metre Brendan Hall in the pool on one lap. So there won't be any time. If you want to stand around and eat, make sure you get your burger, get into the pool with your mate, have your little talk because it's on between Duncan's comeback swim for one lap. And he's got his jocks today that are going to be auctioned. And we want big...
Come on, fellas. They're nice and dark so you can't see the skitty. It's okay. They're brown, mostly.
And then as soon as the swim's over, Victor Bray's going to fire up the big rocket just outside the door. So it's going to be a quick game. You can go home and rest tonight. Anyone who worries about sleep... When you get to heaven, God might give you a bit of sleeping time up there, but why worry about wasting your life sleeping today?
That's right.
Duncan,
but Brendan's a great young bloke, and he's a world champion, and he's overcome some pretty big challenges in his life, and so we just want to get behind him today, and so he's going to get second, but that's okay.
Yeah, of course he is. We're going to take all the money.
We're going to raise a bit of money for him. So I've brought $100 for Brendan to help with his future as he heads up towards the London Paralympic Games and all that kind of thing. So, fellas, if you've got a 20 in your pocket, chuck it at Brendan today. And,
why not 100?
Well, if you've got 100, I didn't want to put pressure on anybody, but I'll be putting in 100.
How many hundreds? Anyway, that's good. Duncan, let loose. What's going on for Duncan?
Oh, yeah, look, it's been a great 12 months for me. I've started a carpentry apprenticeship. That's the big thing so far. Yeah, I didn't hurt myself this week, which was great.
He hasn't got any black fingernails?
No, this fingernail's just growing back. But
I bet you're the foreman. I bet you're not doing the hard yards.
No. I wanted to get back in the physical world after doing the corporate life for so long, and I didn't realise how much I was missing the physical world that swimming provided me for so many years. So when I looked around, I've always wanted to be a carpenter, and Jesus was a carpenter, so there has to be something in it. And so when I looked around to do something physical, my father-in-law is a builder, and my brother-in-law is a builder, so they're going to put me through my time. And so for 3 days a week, I'm on the tools at the moment, and I've never been so challenged, to tell you the truth. It's bloody hard. I didn't think it was going to be this hard, but learning a trade and earning a trade is really, really hard, and I've really enjoyed the challenge of it. So it's a great thing for me every week to go and do some corporate speaking and some motivation, and then the next day, 7 o'clock, start on site with your fluoro shirt on, and no, it's been really, really good, and the switch every week has been very, very challenging. So that's a big thing for me over the last 12 months, and just trying to deepen my faith with the Father and get to church. And we're actually moving over this side, so we're on the move from Bayside Wellington Point over this side to be closer to Northside Christian College for our kids to go to school, and that's where we go to church. So we're on the move. We're going to be moving Northside, first time ever Northside. Yeah. No, south side's best side, but we're moving north side, and it's all about a challenge. So we're moving over there, and mate, the kids are great. We've had some marriage challenges this year more than anything else. We've got some long-term problems that we're getting a lot of coaching about and stuff like that. So I'm working a few things out about myself as a husband, uncovering stuff that that I got from my family that I'm doing to my now family and stuff that I'm not too proud about, and so we're doing some hardcore work there. And
Duncan, how does that feel when you love your woman, and you think you're putting your whole guts into it, and then you get a bit of a bump in the road, and you go, well, I'm doing my best, and then you have to come to realisation, and we men are pride, and we think, we've dealt with all this stuff. What's it feel like to you to have to deal with something that's a bit hard?
Yeah, it's been really, really difficult because pride's been my big problem. You know, like the things...
Say that again loud and clear, because I think probably majority of us here, at some stage of our life, or whatever, say it again.
Yeah, pride has always been my problem because I was such a young achiever. Like, I achieved so much at the age of 20. I became the fastest man in history and the champion of the world and the Olympic gold medal at 20. And that really kind of set me up for an attitude of that I'm somebody. Mm-hmm. And that attitude has really got me into trouble with a lot of my relationships, just not with my wife, but with my family, my brothers and sisters and mum and dad and a lot of my work colleagues and things like that. And I don't want to say it's doom and gloom, but it's just the wrong bullseye for me to hit, and I kept on hitting it all the time. And so when this trouble with my wife started this year, I really had to go back and look at myself, take a good hard look at myself in the mirror, and I said, well, where is this coming from? You know, why do you think you're right all the time? How do you live with this person and not drive her crazy because you love her and I want to spend the rest of my life with her? And so these are all really, really big questions. And when you get down to the honesty of it, and you say, okay, well, I've got some issues that I really need to work out, mate, the change is so very, very difficult because you think you're right. You think you're doing good. You think you're going to work and providing and getting there and spending time and being a good father and listening to your kids. And you think you're chalked up all the things that, you know, your missus looks at you and goes, you're it. You're as good as it gets, because you think you're going really, really, really good. Now, you don't have to take all that away because you are going good. But you have to look at other things that you do, because it's called entitlement. You know, and because I go out there and I earn and I pay the mortgage and I do this and I stay fit and I take them on great holidays and I earn all this money and I buy all these things, you know, all of a sudden I turn around, well, I've got entitlement for you to love me the way I want you to love me. And she goes, well, I can't love you for a completely different set of reasons. And you go, but sweetheart, look at me. How good does it get? And she looks in and she goes, I don't really care about that shit. And you go, what do you mean? So this year it's been sort of like turning a lot of things around in that space and sort of trying to understand what she needs in a marriage and see if I can do that. And a lot of it I don't like. A lot of it I don't like. Well, the girls have got learning to like it.
The girls have got 100 needs and we men have only got 2 needs.
Yeah. And I'm really good at it.
Duncan, to become a world champion as you did, drivenness it gets us.
It's a trap.
And, you know, like I did 2 years in ASHO and you get to know that you're a number, not a name, and you click your heels and, you know, you have to react, and that becomes drivenness too. So in your whole of your life, that drivenness, you're driven to win a gold medal, you're driven to do marriage or do it your way and all that way. And, you know, isn't it good that we got the promise of confess your sins one to another so you may be healed, and that spill your guts. Duncan here spilling his guts about pride and drivenness and things like that, and the promise is healing. The promise is healing for us men in doing that. You know, now Duncan could get up here and just rattle off and, yeah, you know, I am me, who am I? But when I said to Duncan, are you going to talk? Tell us Duncan 2011. And Duncan comes to shed because it becomes actually a reality thing for you, doesn't it?
Yeah.